marching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. Throwing to start the drive. Clifton. And Walker has it. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Here's the option going left on second down. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has it up for the first.
The Seahawks are 500 and 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. They come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run.
Oh, he tries to give it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cards are going to take possession of the football. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
So out come the Cardinals and their offense in great starting field position.
They'll be led out by a familiar face, a man with 9 Pro Bowls in 10 seasons as the Seahawks' all-time leading passer, Russell Wilson.
After the interception, here's Wilson.
And this will be swung out here for counter. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Play action. Now Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Getting home, finishing that play off, it was Tyreek Smith. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
After the sack on first down, Wilson, he'll get that one complete to counter. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage here on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
They'll try the field goal now with Grant Gano. From the left hash, this from 46. Gano's kick is good, and the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0.
Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on, and the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is, as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive.
Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Well, maybe that'll help us set back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of the game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
Looking to throw on second down. Clifton. Throw out wide to Walker. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
They'll look to throw again.
They'll fire one downfield for Fant.
And got his man complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's third down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Now for the point after. He's got it. We'll see that opening drive field goal and rings it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game.
And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count, if you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth, it's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
Over the middle, complete. That's Hopkins. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. Takes it to about the 37.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Wilson. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. They'll try and run for it with Connor. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Clifton. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Clifton. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. This defense for the Cardinals, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
He's got his tight end fan. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd down. Clifton. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Off play action. Clifton.
This one goes underneath to Walker. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Clifton. Dancing to his... And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Clifton. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The Seattle field goal team. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now, 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Wilson. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Wilson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for lots of yardage.
Right where this set of getting started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Shifts by him, and that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
He really looked comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Connor. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now Wilson on 2nd down. And complete to Zach Ertz. The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tyreek Smith. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Parker, you know what I'm going to say before I've been saying.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that'll bring him back within 4.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
And they sit now at 500 on the year. And, Charles, this was a team that really looked lost in that first month or so of the season. But they have had the hot hand lately, winning 3 straight.
I would agree. It's almost hard to believe that this is the same team because we followed them pretty closely throughout this season. And early on, I thought this is going to be a really tough year for this crew. So plenty of credit to them for turning the ship around.
Operating from the gun. Clifton. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
And going right back to Walker.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. To throw on 3rd down. Clifton. He's got his big tight end fan. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. Takes this one up past the 20 after he's able to make a man miss. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson to the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. This will be caught by Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again here. Wilson
looking for Hopkins, and he's got him on the crossing route.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Throwing there, but this this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
He completes this to Walker.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw on 2nd down.
Clifton. And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
Back to throw again.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they'll open the lead up to a touchdown now, 13-6.
So a nice kick there as they were able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Second and 10 now, Wilson.
Finding Ertz here on the out route.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now Wilson on 1st down. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 2nd and very short, Wilson toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
Again, Wilson. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I'm thinking the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports app. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line.
The Cardinals ready to go here to start the third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson.
That pass complete to Moore. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Again, he finds Moore.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now it's Wilson.
Got a man, it's McBride complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Connor up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a first down.
And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Play action. It's Wilson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They run behind center with Connor. And he gets it a little bit closer and takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Cardinals have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just haven't been able to punch it in until that point. Extra point try good by Gano. And that gives him a 3-point lead. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it's Hollywood Marquise Brown who finishes it off with the touchdown.
Gano now following the touchdown, here to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half.
And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other. As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On second down, it's Walker.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Clifton, left side here, taken in by Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Being chased out left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Clifton. He'll find Metcalf. It'll be a gain of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Operating from the gun. Clifton. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Yeah, he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
He'll get it to the 23-yard line. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down.
Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. From 13 yards out, and the Seahawks have retaken a third-quarter lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Taken at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Wilson. That's complete to McBride. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Play action. Now Wilson rolling to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. That's DK Metcalf running the slant. He's got it. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 2nd and 2. They'll give it up to the big man Walker. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Sometimes it just comes down to the power suggestions. I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We're on the first legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
On 1st and 10, Clifton. It's complete to Lockett. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Walker. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Clifton. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Cardinals are right back in this football game.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome.
Buying time to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st down, Wilson. He'll dump this one off to Connor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a handoff coming left, Connor. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
To throw on 2nd down, Clifton.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
To throw on 3rd down, Clifton going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Clifton.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On 1st down,
Clifton. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll look to throw again.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
41 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator is going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive linemen, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. Back to throw. Clifton. Touchdown! Noah Fant from 3 yards out.
And the Seahawks are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, yeah, getting credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you drive in practice and then execute it in the game.
Good problem there on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this to the 25.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Screen pass to Connor. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Here's a handoff to Connor. Gets through, and now an opening. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals 1st down as well.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
Right back to Connor here on 1st. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Oh, look at the juke.
We just saw the dilemma for every coach. You want them to fight for the extra yardage, but somehow continue to cover the football. Oftentimes when you fight that hard, the ball becomes exposed.
Defensively, it's obvious they're trying to be more aggressive. First tackle a little too aggressive. Second one, though, they strip it loose.
Now a run with Walker.
And some room to work.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
That one good for 14 and the Seahawk 1st. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Back to Walker on 1st down.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves them with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he stopped immediately there. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They run again with Walker. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
From the gun, it's Walker.
And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5.
They'll run for it. It's Walker.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
CD for the losing side. They had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for the Seahawks, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons.